Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack, and voice acting in video games have been a thing for decades now. It's really one of the only ways that video game companies can make their creations come to life so they convince you, the gamer girl at home, that these characters that you're having very weird fantasies about, especially when you buy the body pills and the plushies, convince you that these characters are in fact real, even though they're not. And whether it's the little mumbles from Isabelle giving me the morning news, to Sonic giving me a pat on the back telling me to keep on going to defeat Mr. Eggman even though I want to kill myself, to Master Chief telling Cortana that he's having trouble defeating the Flood, where I'm at home with a stiffy because I'm just falling in love with this sweet old succulent voice. And Blizzard, of course, is no exception to this, where they have had tons of amazing voice actors used in their video games, movies, promotional tools, and of course, the game that I want to focus on whenever we're talking about voice actors is the game that convinced many gamer boys and girls at home that these characters are real, even though they're not. Like, I promise you, these characters are not real by the way that you act. Overwatch. Since the core focus of Overwatch are the characters, it makes sense for voice actors to be a necessity when developing a hero, because that is the bridge between you and the hero on screen. So that's why I thought for today's top 5 episode, we would look at the top 5 best voice actors in Overwatch, even though this really should be the top 40 best voice actors, because every single hero and even the NPCs have seen amazing characters come to life, all because of the real people behind the microphone. But we can't move on to this video without voting in the top right hand corner. Just click that little eye for next week's top 5 episode between the top 10 best sprays versus the top 10 best non-event emotes. I already looked at the top 10 best dance emotes, and I also looked at the top 10 best event emotes, but since there's so many emotes out there, I thought I would make 2 separate videos this time around doing non-event emotes. But to all the gamer boys and gamer girls watching at home, the time is finally here. It's finally time to look at the voice actors with vocal cords good enough to make us believe that we are gonna be marrying this character. Oh, this is who I want, Mom. It's not a phase. I want this real anime girl. Well, at the number 5 spot, we got a voice actor that you can just tell loves voice acting for this hero, but people love this hero because of this voice actor. And this is Reinhardt, aka Darren Daypole.
Back up, my friends, or we will run you down! Bring me another!
From the videos that I've seen Darren voice act Reinhardt in real life, you can just tell he enjoys voice acting for this hero, because a lot of the time, all he has to do is really just bellow out as loud as he can, and he's voice acting as Reinhardt. He's like, oh yeah, bro! I can't voice act as Reinhardt that well because I have the pitch of diva. And any single time he gets to yell as loud as he can, he has a blast. But I also think that's why so many people love Reinhardt, is because of the power that's in his voice. But I think that's one of the greatest achievements whenever it came to developing the Reinhardt character, because you have to understand, one of the hardest things a video game company, or really an audio engineer, can really do is to match a voice to a character that isn't real. You have to remember, before Darren, we don't know what Reinhardt is supposed to sound like. Is he supposed to sound like this? Or is he supposed to sound like this? But they really took the personality of Reinhardt and realized that he is this powerful leader that has to be able to express it not only in his actions, which is standing at the front line, but also in his vocal cords or his voice lines. And Darren does a fantastic job, not only in game, but also just being able to express that fun nature that he not only has while voice acting, but also Reinhardt has in game whenever he's just jargoning with Ana or jargoning with Mei or whatnot, or Diva. Like, Reinhardt is such a fun but powerful character. But at the number 4 spot, we have what I think is the most unique voice actors, 2 voice actors in Overwatch that I don't think they get enough credit, or especially the Overwatch team enough credit. But this will be Hammond, aka D. Baker, and Jonathan Lippo.
The small mammal is impatient. Don't anger the hamster.
So D. Baker actually does the hamster noises for Hammond, which, just saying that for a video game character, you gotta think a person had to be able to mimic hamster noises to be able to make a character come to life. Like, you gotta think, whenever D goes to parties and he has to tell people what he does, I'm sure he has a hard time explaining. I mean, I already have a hard time explaining what I do, talking about not getting laid and making memes on the internet, but he has to say he does hamster noises and gets paid. But on top of D. Baker, Baker's hamster noises, we got Jonathan Lippo doing the robotic translation, which I just love the dynamic duo that they have going on for one single character. Because you have to remember that there are no talking animals in Overwatch, like none whatsoever. No talking gorillas, no talking pigs, no talking horses. So to be able to get by the like obvious fact of Overwatch, they decide to give a translation feature to Hammond where he talks through a robotic voice. But you have to remember, they still have to be able to have people talk. So the dynamic duo that Dee and Jonathan have, I think earns a spot on this list just for the uniqueness of two voice actors, a robot and a hamster, and someone talking as a hamster. Like, that's so cute. Like, you gotta think, Dee grew up being made fun of by all his peers, getting thrown trash at for years because he wanted to laugh like a hamster in a video game, and he got the bag. He cashed out on his dream, and I'm so happy for him. Jonathan, he talks like a robot. Like I can talk like a robot. Maybe not as good as him, but Dee, you're the real winner here. Now at the number 3 spot, we got overall just a classic voice actor and so many iconic voice lines coming from this hero, but more notably from this voice actor. So that's why it earns the number 3 spot, and this is none other than Lucio, aka Johnny Cruz.
Lucio coming at you. Oh, feel that healing beat. Oh, let's break it down.
I think one of the most notable things about Johnny is that every single time you hear him talk in real life, you just hear Lucio.
I think voice acting is a part of just acting in general. Like, the basis is of creating a character. And
again, just like with Darren or any other kind of voice actor, they kind of got to get into a character or talk not in their normal voice. But Johnny, every single time he speaks, he's talking in Lucio. But that's not why he earns the number 3 spot. I really haven't been talking about a lot of voice lines in Overwatch, but this is the one thing that people love about specific characters are the voice lines. And of course, Lucio has some of the most iconic. I mean, we got voice lines like his all day voice line.
I could do this all day.
He ain't hearing that noise.
I'm not hearing that noise.
Him saying, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Telling you how you can get tinnitus.
That's how you get tinnitus.
Asking, why are you so angry?
Why are you so angry?
Wishing you a happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Telling you to, of course, have a signature cereal.
Have some Lucio-O's.
And of course, the best voice line of all time, boop.
Boop, 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 boop.
And of course, there's lots of other voice lines, but for the sake of this video, I just want to show some of my favorite and some of the most iconic. But let's go back to the Have Some Lucio-O's voice line. The fact that Johnny spoke into a mic, said a few words, spawned an iconic cereal. Like, they made that into a real life cereal. You gotta think, as a voice actor, that's a pretty good achievement to have on your resume. But overall, Lucio as a character, pretty much because of his voice actor, is just a happy dude, is a great character, and that's why I love Johnny Cruz as a voice actor for Lucio. But when we look at the second best voice actor in Overwatch, what earns her the number 2 spot is not just her talented voice acting, but really how involved she is with this character and involved with the game. So ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be going to Sombra, aka Carolina Ravassa.
Everything can be hacked and everyone. Everything can be hacked and everyone.
The girl behind the mic that gives Sombra her Latina flair and her Spanish spice. Carolina is an amazing voice actor for not only her English speaking skills, but also being able to voice act in Spanish as well, because she is a bilingual voice actor. And of course, being bilingual is a very important characteristic to have, but to be able to be fluent in both languages to the point where you can be a voice actor for both languages in a video game, I think that deserves a talent star right there. But the thing that I want to talk about the most is her involvement with her character Sombra and how much she just loves Blizzard and being a part of the Overwatch hero roster. Literally go to any of her social media. More importantly, her YouTube channel. You're going to see tons of videos of her interacting with a lot of the voice actors. You're going to see tons of videos from her with her in real life duo with the Symmetra voice actor. But you're also going to see her doing voice lines with the May voice actor or the Mercy voice actor or the Widowmaker younger voice actor. You're gonna see tons of videos with her with content creators, most notably with Fitzy, who was obviously a Sombra main. But what I love about her the most is the fact that she cosplays as Sombra and went to the last BlizzCon as Sombra with one of the most popular cosplayers or Sombra cosplayers in the world. I don't know if it's her extrovertness or that's just how she naturally is, but she's getting lots of people in the same game involved, where a lot of the times these voice actors could easily just see this as a simple job where they go, record some voice lines, and go home. But Carolina, she goes that extra mile to get involved with the other voice actors and to cosplay as her character and just really be the character and not just see it as a job. She really goes that extra step to bring their video game character to life in real life. And that's what I love so much about Carolina. And I think it's the reason why so many people love the character Sombra, but more importantly, love her as the person, because she does so much for the Overwatch community. And she looks good in that Sombra cosplay. Like, god dang, that is high quality stuff. But even though she's so involved with her character in Overwatch, I can't give her the #1 spot, because when you look at the #1 character and when I give my reasons, even Carolina would agree with me, and when I say that this character, this voice actor is butter to my ears. Ladies and gentlemen, the #1 voice actor in all of Overwatch is the cowboy from the West, McCree, aka Matt Mercer.
I'm not good, not bad, but I sure as hell ain't ugly.
I want Matt Mercer's voice portfolio to be played in the background while I lose my virginity. That's how much I love the sound of his voice. And you think I'm kidding? No. I love this man. I love McCree. It's just so soothing to hear him talk, whether it's in the cinematic, whether it's in-game, his voice lines, or even him dying. I get a chub every single time, man. Now, unlike Johnny, Matt does not sound anything like McCree. Whenever he talks normally, whenever he's talking about D&D or just doing some nerdy stuff online, he just sounds like a normal dude.
So you go ahead and check that out. If it's a different time zone, you can go ahead and watch it at high noon.
But what Matt has going for him is that he actually looks like McCree. And any single time you look like your character, I think that kind of earns you the spot for the voice actor for that character. I'm sure it was very easy for Blizzard to choose Matt Mercer as the voice actor for McCree because, hey, he literally looks like McCree. He is McCree. Doesn't sound like him until he gives off that sexy cowboy sound. God, I wish I could sound as half as good as Matt does. But I'm sure once they heard him talk like a cowboy, I thought, yep, that's the man. That is the guy that we want to voice this cowboy figure. And if I was Matt Mercer, I would be very humbled to know that I not only voice act the best cowboy in all of video games, but also got random white suburban kids online telling you that they want to lose their virginity to the sound of your voice. Like, I would be very honored if one of you guys told me, hey, I lost my V card watching your top 5 videos. I would be very worried for you, but I'd be very, very flattered. But I know that'll never happen because we're all virgins here and we're virgins for life. But guys, that is what I think of the top 5 best voice actors in Overwatch. And again, I just want it to be known that every single voice actor in Overwatch is amazing. Like, there's a reason why they voice act for the character, and it's because they're talented and amazing and they make a character come to life. I just had to pick 5 characters and 5 voice actors where they either fit their character, they're unique, or they're just overall buttery smooth. But I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch videos to come, and bye.